Just what a vulnerable world, frugality did not need a conflict that accelerates inflation, rattles markets, and portends trouble for everyone from European consumers to obliged Chinese developers and families in Africa that face soaring food prices. Russia's attack on Ukraine and retaliatory sanctions from the West may not portend another global recession. The two countries together account for less than 2% of the world's gross domestic product. But what effect will this war have on a global economy? Keep watching today's video to find out. But before that, make sure you press that red subscribe button along with that tiny bell icon to get updated every time we post new videos. Let's get started. Russia's decision to launch a military assault against Ukraine has sent shock swells through the global frugality. While its immediate impact has been felt in commodity, equity, and currency markets, the ripple effects are far-fetched to end here. The more long-term consequences will depend on how the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO members, especially the US, respond to Russia's aggression and the situation in Ukraine itself, which is a major conveyance point for trade in important commodities. Russia is a major exporter of crude oil, gas to the world. However, it can lead to a major hike in fuel prices if the advanced countries put major economic sanctions on Russian exports. According to data from the WITS database of the World Bank, fuel-based goods had a share of more than 50 of Russian exports. Data from the U.S. Energy Information Administration, USEIA, shows that Russia accounts for at least a tenth of global crude oil produce, which is nearly half of the total crude oil produce in Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, or OPEC, in the Middle East, West Asia region. Crude prices breached the $100 per barrel wall for the first time after 2014 on February 24, a direct fallout of the Russian action. The impact on European countries could be far higher than what Russia's headline share in global energy markets suggests, as Europe is heavily dependent on Russian gas inventories. There are fears that these impacts here could be long-term in nature. For example, Germany has put on hold a pipeline deal with Russia to supply gas. To be sure, the inflationary impact of the Russia-Ukraine extremity is likely to go beyond fuel prices, as the region is also one of the most important wheat producers in the world. The global economic order, as we know it today, changed fundamentally after the collapse of the Soviet Union. After spending decades in a Cold War with the Soviet camp, the US and its allies were able to establish not just strategic, but also economic supremacy in the global order. Global fiscal markets were sharply down on Thursday, but the aftermath could have been more extreme, suggesting they were surprised by Putin's conduct, but don't yet think the most severe market shocks akin to a fiscal extremity are likely. This leaves open the possibility that they further to fall, with consequences for corporate and household wealth, consumption, and global confidence. That's all for today's video. Let us know your views in the comments section below, and don't forget to like this video before leaving. Thanks for watching.